Huge Solomon Islands earthquake triggers tsunami warning. Several Pacific islands, including Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu, experienced a brief scare, after a 7.0 magnitude quake has hit the Solomon Islands, triggering fears of hazardous tsunami waves in the region. According to the United States Geological Survey (USGS), the earthquake struck around 2 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on Tuesday, about 56 kilometers (35 miles) southwest of the Solomon Islands capital, Honiara. The initial quake was followed by a 6.0 aftershock roughly 30 minutes later, as well as several other weaker jolts in the area. The U.S. Pacific Tsunami Warning Center issued a hazardous tsunami waves advisory following the earthquake, saying waters could reach up to 1 meter above the tide level for the Solomons, and up to 30 centimeters along the coasts of Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu. However, the Solomon Islands Meteorological Service later announced there was no risk of a tsunami, though the agency still warned of unusually strong sea currents in some coastal areas. Residents were advised to be vigilant as aftershocks are expected to continue. On social media, Solomon Islands Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavere's office said there was no major damage in the capital city and did not mention any casualties but added that the quakes have triggered power outages. The island's official broadcasting agency, meanwhile, reported that all radio services were down. The Solomon Islands sit on an earthquake-prone region of the Australian tectonic plate known as the Ring of Fire. It is one of the most seismically active areas in the world due to constant convergences between the Australian and Pacific plates, which press against one another and create enormous pressures capable of producing quakes. The massive earthquake on Tuesday morning came less than 1 day after another major 5.6 magnitude quake struck Indonesia, which also sits along the Ring of Fire, killing more than 100 people, according to the country's National Disaster Management Agency.